Should men be able to have an opinion on his girl's outfit, guys? Yes, we're going to figure out if guys should even have an opinion on stuff that y'all wear, you know? To start off, to what extent should a man express his opinion on his girlfriend's outfit? Is there a limit? So, what do you think? We're going to start with you.
Yes, I do. I think that their opinion does matter, for sure.
And he should express it?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the limit, you think? Is there a limit to like how much he should be able to kind of say?
I think he should be comfortable in his skin. I think it shouldn't affect him, but I also really think that you have to be respectful as well as a woman. So, I mean, if I do too much, then that's where my man comes in to say, okay, you can't wear that, and that's fine. I'm not gonna wear it.
Is there a difference between if he's with you and when he's not with you?
No.
Like you should be able to wear the same outfits whether he's with you or he's not with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think?
I agree. I feel like he does have an opinion on what I would wear, just because at the end of the day, like she said, it's a respect thing. Even if I'm single or not, like if he does let me wear whatever I want, I would still respect him to, you know, cover up
a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Do you think a man, his opinion matters?
I do, and I kind of agree with y'all that like yeah, if my man did say something like, "Oh, I don't like your outfit," that like yeah, I would respect that. And for me specifically, it would become a conversation. I wouldn't just I would want to know why, like what's your problem? Are we going to be around a certain type of people that I shouldn't be dressing like that? Cuz sometimes, men know, like my man knows better than me, like if his
homies or something like that, yeah.
Yes. And but
what's the limit? Because the question really wants to know, like, what's the limit though? Like, where is it too far for him to like say, like, try to control that?
Well, why did we start talking about this? Because of the Kiki Palmer thing. Okay. I think it's inappropriate to put it online. Absolutely. And invite everyone else's opinion onto it. If you have a problem with me, tell me
in private
before we go out.
Exactly.
It's kind of embarrassing himself to an extent.
He must have like.
Well, I mean, what if he was really hurt? He's hurt.
Personal message.
Take it up with her. I don't know. Like,
I mean, I just see a lot of hurt women saying a lot of stupid shit online too sometimes. So it's just like, I know that I personally wouldn't put that shit online because I wouldn't want everybody to know about it. But at the same time, like his girl's like popular, like people were recording it, like that video. Like, what if that video was all over online before he even said anything? So like at that point, he's talking about it because he's probably getting a bunch of DMs from his homies like, hey bro, what's with this video of your girl on the internet? Like, what the and he's probably like, man, address this now because I look like a bitch.
Do you think his homies were saying that? Because
1,000%.
He had posted like a picture of her without a shirt on and without. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Where she was like holding her boobs, and he posted a picture of her like loving her.
Yeah. So yeah, this is actually a good topic. Like would his boys, like you're like, I mean, would his guys care? And I would argue that they did a lot, and like that's what actually probably pushed him to even be emotional about it. Is his own friends.
That's also why I thought this wouldn't be the best topic because we don't even know. He said one thing online and she didn't even respond.
Yeah, there's definitely too much. Yeah, there's definitely too much nuance in there for us to read. But the bottom line though is like, I'll give you an example from my own relationship. Like my girl would never do something like that. It's not even I have to ask her to ever do anything like that. Exactly. I don't even have to say anything. It's just, it would never happen. So the fact that like she's even in a relationship where she feels comfortable to be that type of woman, honestly, I don't blame her. I blame him because he's definitely not that guy, as I always like to say. Because if he was that guy, she would respect him.
He was probably trying to act like he was that guy.
You should know who you're dating.
You should know who you're dating?
Yeah, know who you're dating.
Yeah, it comes back to compatibility.
Yeah.
Well, so like a lot of guys though, like I do this show, and a lot of the things I say on the show, most guys cannot say. Like they would miss out on pussy, their family would hate them, they'd lose their job. There's so much that I say on this show that most guys will never say. And I would say even me in my early relationships, most guys in relationships, there's a lot of they feel, but they won't say it. Like he'll be like his girl was probably leaving to go to that concert, and he's probably like, man, that I don't want her to go in that. But he knows how much. It's like, say like he told her, hey, I don't want you to go do that, and she posted it on the internet. He knows that he would get super roasted for that because we live in a gynocentric society that shames men for having these type of boundaries. Like we shame men like crazy for it. Even if he really did have that boundary and he wanted to have that conversation before, a lot of men are too scared to even have it.
Then why is he with Kiki Palmer in the first place?
Exactly.
If
I
he
would-
has a
You
problem
know
being
who
with
she-
a
know
sexy
who
woman,
she
he
is.
shouldn't
You
have been
know
with her
who
in
I
the
mean,
first
I
place.
have a sexy woman, but she doesn't put her ass out there.
But
That's what I'm
that type of
saying.
sexy
Like,
She's also
put
in the
her ass out
limelight.
there.
She's also into the entertainment life.
yeah, but
She's
so
always dressed like that.
it all comes down to, because we're all looking at it from the internet point of view. Like, we're all like the internet observers, and we're all watching, from the outside. So if we look at just relationships in general, say like we're all just looking at everybody's relationship, we do like to kind of have standards and say, oh, they did this, they're wrong. Like, if a guy cheated on his girl, y'all would all be like, he's a piece of shit. He cheated on his amazing. Look how amazing she was. She was the greatest of all this stuff. So we all do have a standard that we think is a normal relationship or that people shouldn't do. And we can all kind of agree that her ass was out in that outfit.
But
Like,
he also posted her with her ass out, and it wasn't.
See, the reason why that's completely different to me is because, like, that's why I asked earlier. I was like, does it matter if he's with you or if he's not? Because if I'm with my girl, she can wear literally whatever the she wants.
And the
Like,
world
my
can
girl,
see
if me
it.
and my girl go out, like if she was coming to the club with me tonight and I went to go pick her up and she had like her ass all out and everything, I wouldn't give a because
That's
Shit.
So then you
I
don't
can
trust
fight.
your-
I'm not worried
then
about
you
it.
don't
But
trust
it's
your
just like-
partner. You don't
That's
trust
what
your
I said.
partner alone.
but like, yeah, no, it's not about not
So-
trusting. It's not about
Yeah,
not
then
trusting
what
them.
is it?
So
No.
what's the difference
Here, I'll
between her
explain.
being looked at when you're with her
I'll ex-
besides
then
when she's by
someone
herself?
else.
Good point. I'll explain to you. So there's something called mate guarding that men do. Okay, and this is something that that women don't have any a part of at all. Men mate guard, and let me
Mate
explain.
guard.
Mate guarding is not just for your girlfriend or just for your relationship. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I am to mate guard my daughter because what happens to women if they go through trauma at a young age? What happens to a girl if she is raped or anything bad happens to them at under 5, under 10 or something like that? It will traumatize them for the rest of their life. It can make you hypersexual. It can cause all types of things. So mate guarding is something that all men have always throughout all of history done for women. We have always mate guard women, and the reason why, especially for 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years, 100,000 years ago, if we didn't mate guard y'all, it was the end of your life possibly, because we didn't have all the that we have today to survive. Men were hyper dangerous. Y'all gotta understand, there's 8 different species of humans. We are still here alive today because we killed off the other 7. We are violent as
Yes,
Homo sapiens are super fucking violent, especially men. So men, if there's strong masculine men that want to be protectors and want to protect y'all, that is something that needs to be like held to a certain pride today. People don't even respect those type of men anymore that want to be protectors and want to do those things. And like a guy trying to protect his relationship, trying to protect his girl, he is just mate guarding.
Her relationship when he embarrassed her online.
I mean, you just go post it like crazy. But back to what I'm saying.
I agree with you because at the end of the day, we're in modern society, so they don't respect. I think it's more or less. I don't think it's an outfit thing because he does post it. He does post her a lot, but I think it's more or less like you emasculated me and you didn't respect me and you didn't hold the fort down. At the end of the day, I don't think it was about the outfit and everybody saying it's about the outfit. No, do you see how she was doing all over Usher? I don't care if it's Usher.
I think
or
it's
not.
about
She hasn't
Usher.
said
It's not about the
anything.
outfit. I think it's about Usher, and I think it's the male ego. Like you said, his homeboys, his friends are like, "Oh, you saw your girl. My girl would never." A lot of times, men like to go off of what their homeboys say or go off of what everybody's saying. Oh, you see her? She's out here. My girl would never. I would never let my girl. And now his pride and ego is hurt. So now it's an issue.
Well, so like y'all got to look at it like this, okay? Say like I'm not gonna say this guy is that guy at all, but say you're a guy who worked your whole life really hard to get up to a certain point. Like you really, really just were from the gutter all the way up. You're making $1 million a year or something. You're 35 years old. You're that guy. Your family lineage has literally made it for thousands of years through all types of horrible shit to get to you to where you're alive right now. You're gonna really give a fuck about who you give your name to, who you give your children to, and how they portray, because how a woman acts, that directly is a reflection of me, bro. I can meet a woman, or I can meet a guy, or no, I can meet any woman at this table, and just based off of how y'all act, I can know exactly how much of a man your boyfriend is. Like based off how she acts tonight, I will be able to know exactly what kind of man her man is, because it's a direct reflection. Your woman is a direct reflection of your man. Like say I'm at a political event with my girl, and there's a bunch of guys that are like, oh, I smashed her like a couple years ago or something, or like she was known as a hoe or something like that. That's going to directly reflect on me at this political event that I'm speaking at. that's going to make me look bad. We really give a about reputation because that's how we make it high up in the world. Our reputation is a direct result of how good of people we are to everybody around us. So if we work for years to become like this guy that everybody looks up to, and then you look like a little because you're with a girl that treats you like shit or disrespects you, as you're saying in these ways, then like I worked my ass off to get up to this point to be embarrassed like this. A lot of men don't want to do that. I'm not saying that he's that guy either, because he might be one of those guys that ain't shit and he's complaining right now. And I would say that she needs to break up with him and go to a better dude.